Hey guys, welcome back to this video, and today we're gonna be creating this artwork which you see on your screen right now using Adobe Photoshop. And before we start, I would like to tell you a few things. First, free PSD for this artwork is available from link in the description from my Gumroad account. Use the code to get 100% off. Second, this is more like a walkthrough or a breakdown video, but a detailed breakdown of my artwork, not a real-time me talking and creating each and everything. This only have the steps which are important and on point. However, I do not miss any steps. Things you require: obviously Adobe Photoshop, optional but good if you have a graphic tablet, and a plugin called Honorary Glow Generator. I'm going to try how to get that glow effect using normal brush. I do not guarantee, but we can try. However, I still prefer that plugin, and if you don't want that plugin, it's fine. You can try on your own. Other things you need to know about are like layer mask, adjustment layers, and other basic Photoshop stuff. So the first step we're gonna be doing is setting up the background. We have a 1920 by 1080 pixels document on which we're going to work. So I'm going to import a library, fantasy library, whatever you wanna call, background from my PC. As you can see, I'm gonna be adding a little field blur. I added only 2 pixels. It is not required, but just for my satisfaction. I then added a levels adjustment layer, made this background a little darker, but using the brush tool I masked and erased the middle parts, especially the windows you see in front of your screen, because they are a major source of a light. That's all. Next thing is we are selecting the model. The photo is by Skydancer stock, link in description if you want to download. So I wouldn't judge you by the selection method that you use to select subjects. I personally use the pen tool more often. Even here you can see I use the pen tool. After pen tool, I kind of like quick selection tool after it. I don't use the select subject feature of Photoshop. There is something about the process of doing it on own, the inner satisfaction we get. You see YouTube tutorials these days, and especially the Instagram reel tutorials on how to select fastly, where they use the one-click feature and you think it's easy, but when you try, it doesn't work. Anyways, coming on topic, once you're done with selection, make sure you add layer mask so you have more hand over the selection even after completing it. Also for the beard, I used the refine edge tool from the select and mask. I was not expecting that to work, but it did. That's all. To add a layer mask, below the layers you see some options. So click on the third one from moving from left to right. Just click on third one and you'll have it. Alright, now we will try to blend the subject. So here in project I have the background and the model. First thing I will do is adding a photo filter adjustment layer of a yellow/orange type of color, and make sure it is clipped masked to the model so that the adjustment layer only affects our model. The reason why we do it because the scene is kinda yellowish while our model lacked those yellow colors. That's why we are adding a photo filter layer. Alright, so next thing what we're gonna be doing is add a curves adjustment layer, and then we're gonna be clipping mask it to the model. Now what we're gonna be doing is right around here or something near, we're gonna be pulling it down. The reason why we are doing is to make the model a bit darker. However, we know that around this area, around the stick, we're gonna be adding a fire, so obviously we cannot make his face a lot darker. So we're gonna be make sure the mask is selected of the curves layer, and now we're gonna be erasing his face so that it becomes again brighter. However, I can notice some red lighting over his face. We're gonna be reducing it because we don't want that. To remove that reddish light and reddish tones from the skin, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be adding an HSL layer, clip mask it again, and we're gonna be choosing it to reds. And now we're gonna be playing with the lightness part. Pretty good amount, to be honest. This looks good, kind of something like this. But you can see we have lost the saturation, so we're gonna be increasing the saturation for the skin tones. This looks good, something like this. We can reduce a bit. We're gonna be going to yellows, and then we're gonna reduce the lightness of it as well, not too much. And this looks okay, but we still want to keep the nose and the areas around the nose a little brighter. So we're gonna be making sure the mask is selected, and using the brush tool, gonna be erasing them. We can increase the flow a bit. And this looks good. Now in the next step, we're gonna be adding the fires and all that. So yeah, let's move. Alright guys, now we're gonna be adding the fireball. I'm not allowed to share that file with you. I do not have permissions, but you can use any other fire image, or you can paint on your own, whatever, it's up to you. You can search on DeviantArt or on Pinterest. I do not recommend searching on Pinterest, but whatever. So I'm gonna be putting this fireball on the screen blend mode, and in the same way we're gonna be adding smoke to it. Then to make the smoke yellow color, obviously we need to make it yellowish, I'll be using an hue saturation adjustment layer. I hope you know how to use that to get your desired color. That's all. Alright, now we will start the lighting on the face of the model and on the hairs of the model. But before we start, we're gonna be adding a overall curves adjustment layer. Make sure it is not clip masked to any, and it is on the top. Now from around here, we're gonna be pulling it down to make it darker. You can see artwork is coming kinda good, at least better than what it was previously. Now we're gonna be adding some yellows and oranges to the face and hands and the hairs. So for the lights, I sample yellow and orange color from the fire or the fireball only. And then using the sliders, I increase the brightness if I want to. My brush flow is set to around 45 to 50. I mainly paint in screen and the overlay blend modes. However, I sometimes go for the soft light. Please remember, do not overdo the lights. Keep it clean. And once you feel there is enough color on the model, we'll move to the glows. Also, I will draw some lights on the shoulders to depict the sunlight or the white light that's coming from the windows. Also, do not overdo it, keep it clean, and now we are done. We will be starting with the glows, but right before I add glows, I will add an earth PNG file and will place it on the round glass on the table, you can see. And using Ctrl+I and Command and I if you're on Mac, I will invert the earth, and this will get me in the white color, and I will still have the nice texture of the map. To add glows, I will be using a plugin called Onyx Glow Generator. If you don't have this, I will try to get the effect without plugin after this. So I'm gonna open it and I will play a bit with threshold. I wouldn't play with other settings. I'm satisfied with the glows. It gives you a good starting point and I'm happy with it. So we can move on. So to paint glows, remember one thing. You might have heard the rule, the darkest shadows are not pure black. Similarly, the brightest glows are not pure white as well. Yes, there are exceptions here and there. Anyway, so sample a bit of white color and then using screen blend mode or maybe linear dodge, paint it slowly on the windows and on the fire. On fire, I will sample a orange color or maybe little yellowish and draw it slowly. I personally don't like the results as compared to the plugin, but if you spend time in this, you will surely get good results. You can check the video from description where Christian Photoshop teaches how to create glows. So here in left side, you can see there's some weird empty space and it doesn't look good at all. So I will add a Flask in there, and for creating illusion of depth of field, I will blur it. Don't use Gaussian blur, try using field blur. I will also then make some shadows on it to make it better blend. I will then also add some orange color, that's all. This Flask is not just filling up the empty space, but also suits the scene, making this artwork look more busy. Alright, so press Ctrl, Alt, Shift and E to have a single layer of our art at top. Make sure to convert it into the smart object so we can apply effects non-destructively. Talking about going in camera raw filter, I'll be honest, I was just playing with the sliders. I kinda play with the clarity feature, but please do not overdo it, keep it under 10 or something like that. Otherwise we are just going to waste our hard work. Then getting for desired colors, I use the split toning feature. I kind of choose the bluish kind of tones, so you can go for them as well. That's it. I suggest you to play with sliders as well, because what I like, you might not like that, and what I hate, you might like. I hope you understand, and let's move to the overview of this artwork. Alright, so we finished this artwork finally, and I hope you learned few things from this. If you recreate the artwork or use techniques I told in this video, please send me a message on Instagram or an email or at Twitter. Don't copy the exact thing, be creative and make some awesome work. With this, let's end the video, and consider subscribing and liking the video, and follow my work on social media as you'll find everything in the description. See you soon in the next video. Got some serious video tutorials ready for you all. Enjoy the beat.